I think Kendrick Lamar is a very special individual.
Right.
I think he is a deep thinker. I think he is a big part of what is unifying and energizing the West Coast right now. And I think he was severely underestimated. And when you look at the parable of David and Goliath, and you see, somebody who's, very, dismissive or very arrogant or very, feeling like, because Drake wasn't talking the way he's talking now at the beginning, but when Kendrick wasn't saying nothing, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, it was very funny. It was very poking holes, and he did the Tupac thing.
Drop and give me 50.
Yeah. Doing the Tupac AI thing,
right.
You talk about feeling disrespect. I mean, the whole coast, we love Tupac.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The world loved Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God. You know what? I've never asked that question. So when Drake sampled, I want to say sampled or AI did, right? AI did. Right. So because Kendrick's line was, "You think the coast is gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga?" I think that Oakland show might be your last stop, nigga. You telling me that's how people really took it? Like,
yeah, he took some liberties with that, and look, dude, I got no dog in this fight.
Yeah, no, I know.
But none
of us do.
Yeah, but the West Coast is where I'm at, and that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so Kendrick is definitely ruling the pack. You know what I'm saying? And he's setting the tone.
Right.
And so I just think that what we're seeing now is
I ain't drinking a week. Hold on.
What we're seeing now is the repercussions of stepping on somebody that you shouldn't have stepped to.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not even in the same class. In my opinion, Drake should have just put out a fucking massive hit for the women and went on about his business.
This is a Silk exclusive.
Welcome back. It's 2025, first episode of the new year. This is Words, Music, Dance. It's been a while. I know. But we here. You know what I'm saying? As always, shout out to the homies, my homie Picks, Jared. Yeah, I held it down. You know what I'm saying? Kept the channel going, kept the content going. You know what I'm saying? We had some things to post up there. Still, glad you're here again for the first episode of New Year Words, Music, Dance. Big John, me and you did the Hands of Time. Like we do every year. We wrap up the year, talk about some things. So again, we're gonna start the year off right. Fellas, first off, we want to start out by saying, thoughts and prayers to the people of California, and the LA wildfires that are going out there. I believe in the Palisades area, and then it spread to some other areas, and a lot of craziness about that. John, one of the things that me and you spoke in Hands of Time, we talked about how great a year LA had. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick, Tyler, even Vince Staples had a show on Netflix. The LA Dodgers, LA was just killing it. And, to start the new year off like this is, and it's unfortunate. A lot of celebrities and stuff lost their houses, from, what's considered a natural disaster. We were going to deep dive into that a little bit. Steph wanted to be here for that, but at a later date, the conversation continues. We'll talk about that another time. But fellas, is there anything you wanted to say about the LA wildfire situation? Anybody?
No, I mean, it's a crazy situation, man. Like I said, thoughts and prayers are all you can really do over there. The whole situation is crazy. To see that stuff go on, like people losing their homes, it's definitely unfortunate. It's definitely, a sad event. Obviously, in New York, we don't know what that's like. They go through this quite often with the wildfires and shit. But definitely thoughts and prayers. Like that's a crazy situation, man.
For me, I go again, thoughts and prayers to everybody in the LA area. Funny, being that was just out in San Diego, which is south of it, you really you're not really affected in that region of what happened there. Not to say that it's not possible, because you start to learn about like how dry the land is out there. That's the effect of rainfall, and then that doesn't happen like that. So, thoughts and prayers to everybody that's out there. It did start out as a natural disaster, and then people started to get their arson hands in there. So, it's a sad event. Chappelle did have a nice little entry into that on Saturday Night Live, but I don't know if anybody saw that. But it was he said Lauren Michaels asked him to do the show. He didn't want to do it, and as soon as he said, "Yeah," LA burst into flames. So, it was kind of comical in his monologue. But glad the fires have been subsided and stuff. But everybody heal up.
And like I said, we saw a lot of celebrities that actually, lost their house. I think Jay and Beyonce, one of their houses in Malibu, burnt down. Janae Aiko, a couple people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, usually in these situations, the celebrities sing a song for us, for us poor people, in our time of need. And I'm not gonna sing for y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just playing. I don't, be disrespectful. But I got nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't much I can donate to, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that, all the insurance companies was canceling claims and things, was kind of crazy. But like I said, we're gonna talk about that, in a later date. Once we get more information and try to be more factual about it all before we just go in just spewing out falsehoods and things. We are gonna talk about that. What I'm saying? But 2025, we got a new president. Literally was sworn in the day we are recording this. But a couple of days ago on Saturday, he had his inauguration ball. I'm talking about Donald Trump, if you're unaware. He had his inauguration ball, and it was a little backlash from a couple of people that showed up for it. So the last time he won, he had Lil Peep, Lil Pump. Lil Pump was there. I believe he called him Lil Peep. I think Kodak Black came out for him during his rally. And again, no disrespect to those gentlemen, but they're not top, A-list, black celebrities or rappers anyway that we really like. But this year he got, Nelly, Rick Ross. I believe Kodak Black was back again. And one of the biggest ones that made the headlines first was Snoop Dogg, who is probably, arguably the most famous person in the world. Okay, this man does shows with Martha Stewart. He's at the Olympics being an ambassador. He's in T-Mobile commercials with Kai Cenat. So this man, it really doesn't get much bigger than him. But the biggest thing about the fact that he was there was the fact that Trump's last, presidential campaign inauguration, he said,
"So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself."
Funny enough, he was there now.
About noon, just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. Before the day begins, before my mother starts bitching about my friends to go and damn you grind. Young niggas at the brand throwing up gang signs.
So what should we call you, Snoop? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to get you guys' thoughts on that as well first. So John, talk to me. Did you go to the inauguration or the ball? Were you there?
I didn't. I had to work both Saturday and I had to work today, so I couldn't make either one, unfortunately. But yeah. So I don't know. A lot of people, a lot of celebs that were anti-Trump the first run were pro-Trump this run. I think that a lot of celebrities benefited off of Trump's run in the first place. So I think a lot of were more likely to jump on that train in the first place. I wasn't surprised overall. With Snoop, I was surprised. Just I nothing I've seen like when they met I was like, what? Like, all right, well, I guess all right. But I'm pretty sure there's financial gains in there, so it gotta be something. Especially as Snoop. Snoop gets the bag. He definitely gets the bag.
Right.
The other celebrities, I mean, I would argue the other celebrities are at their decline. Like no one's looking for Nelly. Rick Ross definitely fell off. So it's like Snoop is probably the biggest one in there, but not musically, but overall as a star. Cause I do agree with you. Like I don't think people realize how big of an icon Snoop is. Like he's world renowned. Like people know who Snoop is everywhere. Like he's world renowned.
Yeah. Jared, what's your thoughts on that?
It was the edibles. I think Kendrick said it best. I think Kendrick kind of put Snoop out there like that. Like, Snoop, the first run around, I think that would be his only caveat is saying, well, I wasn't the first. And then my statement, I said, who's the first one that's going to be there? He called people jiggle. But he can say, I wasn't the first. So he can go on to now, 4 years later. Snoop is, in his own way, his own politician. Like he says a lot of things, but he tries to kiss babies and, try to unite in his own little way. So, Snoop doesn't do anything, because not even jumping into a later conversation, but even the stuff with Drake, it's like, Snoop kind of panders around a little bit, and we really give him a pass because he's Snoop. So even in this kind of aspect of performing at this concert, it shouldn't be shocking. It really shouldn't be shocking. He can say those comments 4 years ago, and as Kendrick said, I pray it wasn't edibles, because I don't remember saying half of the stuff that I said. But even if I did say it, hey, I'm trying to unite the world and so forth, allegedly. So, Snoop is his own celebrity, he's his own politician, and it's kind of goes to what Snoop is nowadays. He's kind of caps around. So it's unfortunate to see. And I don't really care what side you go for, left, right, blue, red, whoever. But you say one thing, stand on it. And as a gangster, as somebody who's lived a gangster life and so forth, you should honor your own word. So, if anything, retract what you were saying and then do something, but that ain't what happened. So,
and I think that's the biggest thing with Snoop, because doing it, going to the ball, performing whatever, that's one thing. But I think the biggest issue with him was his stance on it prior and how adamant he was. Oh, if you do it, you're an Uncle Tom. I want to see who's gonna show up and tap dance for massive. You know what I'm saying? The way he worded it is like, and now you're here. And we haven't had a statement since. He hasn't said anything why he did it, or no, it's different, you don't understand, or what I'm saying? He hasn't really addressed it yet. So that's the funniest thing about it. It's been about 3 days now, you're on the clock. Nelly had an actual interesting stance.
I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices, and I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. Now, I'm not saying that he ain't got some fucked up ways. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's why I'm not telling you who to vote for. But what I'm saying is that he's the president of the United States. He's not the candidate for the United States. He's the president. He won.
It makes sense. I can't argue with that stance. Now, do I believe the money didn't really, was it a bag involved that really was the reason to persuade him a little bit? Yeah. But, yeah, a lot of people get caught up in my guy, this side, left wing, right wing, we, us, red, blue. And it's like, at the end of the day, this man won. He's the president right now. And like Chappelle said at the end of his monologue on SNL, literally our lives are at stake. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, get over who won, whatever side you was on. But right now, so, I don't know if y'all saw Nelly's video. Did you see that? Tiff, you saw what was your welcome to the show, by the way. You popped in a little bit.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on Nelly's reasoning for going to the inauguration ball?
I mean, at the end of the day, he's gonna justify his reasoning for all of that. My only issue is with Snoop and all of them doing it is how they blacklisted Chrisette Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
That is my major issue because as a community, they tore her down. Like they pretty much blacklisted her. And whether, she got booked for it or whatever. I mean, Snoop trying to say he got booked for the crypto party. It really wasn't even for the inauguration, whatever. But I mean, Nelly just had a kid and maybe them little Ja Rule tours ain't really cutting it. So he wanted the little bigger check. You know what I'm saying? Whether who's in office or not, I feel like, and I saw something that said Nelly and Snoop have a bigger audience, I guess, compared to Chrisette Michelle, which I think is so unfair because it's going back to the thing of like equal pay versus men versus women, and it should never be at that. At the end of the day, like if you want to look at it as like, okay, we're just going to be hopeful who's in office, then don't beat down a woman because she took a check because they asked her to show up and sing, doing what she's doing. Like she's paid to sing no matter where she's going to sing at. You know what I'm saying? That's her job. So it's like now you got Snoop and whoever else showing up to the thing under Trump. It's like, keep that same energy. That's my only issue with all this. Like, keep the same energy. But Snoop is never going to turn down a check. We all know that. That man appears and pops up damn near everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, listen, I think Martha Stewart been connected to Trump because of the shows, the reality shows and everything like that. So at some point, Snoop was going to slide in there some way, somehow, or be asked to. Because Trump, even though as racist as he shows he was last time, he's still trying to pull in the black card. You know what I'm saying? He's still trying to get the minorities on his side by pulling certain people. And he knows both parties, white and black or whoever, we all love Snoop. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's trying to like mend the ice. Nelly, not so much. I mean, it's Nelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you say it's about Nelly? Like, he's performing the same hits he's been doing since 2000. You know what I'm saying? So he got a new baby. Best of luck to him, whatever. But it's just the whole thing. If like y'all gonna keep that energy for Chrisette Michelle, y'all need to figure out how y'all gonna move or forgive her and bring her back. You know what I'm saying? Like, show her love, run her album sales up or something. You know what I'm saying? That's like my only issue with this. So
no, I agree. And I was gonna bring up Chrisette Michelle. I'm glad you did, because yes, she was at the last inauguration for Trump, and everybody went in on her. And again, because Snoop kind of set it off. Who's gonna be there? And he pointed out. And then when she was the one that was there, everybody was like, get her, because Snoop said so, kind of. You know what I'm saying? And because of their people's feelings and emotions about Trump and stuff. And we have not seen Chrisette Michelle since. You know what I mean? We will see Snoop everywhere again at some point. And like you said too, like, the energy should be the same. You know what I mean? The effect of it should be the same. People, and the energy should have been the same as Snoop. You know what I mean? So I'm waiting for him to even respond and say why he chose to do it this time. I'm curious to see what his reasoning is going to be. Again, we all know it's the bag.
I don't feel like we're gonna get it because, like I said, I think his publicist or somebody said something on the lines of like, well, it wasn't officially like under Trump, it was just the crypto party. But at the end of the day, like I said, if y'all gonna disregard, all of that and keep rocking with Snoop and Nelly or whatsoever, like I said, we need to go back and just run up Chrisette Michelle's like singles, albums, whatever. We need to bring her back because this is what's problem with the world. Like, why is it justified for the guys, but y'all want to beat down on the women? You know what I'm saying? So it's like it just don't make sense. Like, she was a phenomenal artist, super talented, and she got blacklisted just because she was paid to do her job. Like, to me, that's crazy. Y'all y'all want to say, and even when Trump was in office, he was screaming like, "Oh, I love black people" last time, and people were kind of for it until the whole racist side came out, and he was like pulling that card out, and then it was like all hell broke loose. But that's what I'm saying. Like something need to give. If y'all gonna keep rocking with Snoop and Nelly, y'all need to go back and like pull Chrisette Michelle out the dead, like bring her back to life.
I mean, listen, if she drops something new, be a perfect time right now. If she won't, get
I
on
mean,
it.
if Nelly is performing all his 2000 hits, we can go back and bring Chrisette Michelle back from the dead. Like we could go ahead and run her old albums and like, you know what I'm saying?
True.
As a matter of fact, drop her the oldest album that she had. Put it in the link in this whole thing so that people could go stream it.
Put the list of her albums and
you
singles
know what I'm
and
saying?
things. You
Like,
could
bring it to
go
her
play
artist
that.
page. Yeah,
She
why
needs to
not?
release this album. That's what she
Why
needs.
not?
She needs this track. I said she need to release a diss track. Snoop.
Okay, and Nelly. And Nelly.
No, but mainly because Snoop was the one that said it. Nelly did it. At least
listen, either way. If Roseanne Barr could come out with a diss track or all that, go ahead.
Listen.
Somebody write something for Chrisette Michelle, man.
Man, listen. I saw that Roseanne video and I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it. She had the cornrows and I was just like, I'm not. But I did notice too, Snoop, I think they said his DJ didn't want to perform with him. So he was like his own DJ. So he's standing there at the turntable with the mic and he's doing his own mix and singing this. He was doing deep cover. He did him and Dre's verse. It was like, man, you couldn't get a hype man. Was it nobody gonna come with you? That should have told you something. Like, that should have told you. Because you look stupid. Like, bigger than any way you feel about Trump, Snoop looks dumb for having that stance before and then backpedaling now. Like Trump aside, you look stupid for, you know what I'm saying? You look hypocritical and you look dumb. And
what we need a sound thing. What was it, like Donkey of the Day? We need something that's on here. we need something for that. Yeah.
We gotta think of something.
We need something like that.
What was the dude in the South? It was like,
you are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
We need to run that. We need a stance on that. Something on here about being a dummy. Yeah.
Unofficially, Snoop is the first one for that. Whatever we're gonna call it, we're gonna make that segment. Snoop we gonna double back on it. Snoop is the first one. Because that's the biggest thing about it. Like I said, we're not even gonna get into the politics of it, but you flip flopping. That's the biggest thing to me. Shout out to Chrisette Michelle. We gonna make something happen for you.
We gonna bring you back, baby. Don't worry. We gonna run the numbers up. We gonna stream it up, baby.
You know what I'm saying? But one of the biggest things that I guess Trump is taking credit for already was the return of TikTok, and it was gone for about 10, 12 hours, I guess. And then all of a sudden it came back with a message that said, thanks to Donald Trump, we found a way to keep it going, keep the party going. So
listen, it's all a part of the plan, because if you really think about it, Facebook created a whole page 24 hours before it was about to get shut down. Who was standing there right there with Trump as he was getting signed, like whatever it is that they get in, when he was getting put in office. Him, Elon Musk, and all that. That's what I'm saying. It's just very interesting. So,
listen, we gonna go down them rabbit holes. We gonna definitely go down them rabbit holes. But one of the rabbit holes that Big John wanted to talk about, speaking of TikTok and things, was someone that's been going viral on TikTok. So I know she's happy that the things is back, and her fan base. But some people are not happy with
cooking with Kaya, cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya, cooking with Kaya.
And John actually pointed it out to me. I'm not throwing you under the bus, John, I'm just saying. I don't know if you subscribe or not, but because I was unaware at first. I was completely unaware of the young lady. So John, added it to my algorithm, because as soon as he talked to me about it, she's been popping up all over the place now. You know what I'm saying? So, but cooking with Kaya, John, talk to me. What have you seen, and what was your concern with the young lady?
Well, so we were talking about it the day that we were recording Thought. Actually, we were talking about it, And so I actually put it out there ahead of time. I don't follow Cooking with Kaya. I actually found out about Cooking with Kaya from the hating page on Cooking. I was like, who's this girl that they hating on, like, for no reason? Through TikTok, it was like Cooking with Kaya. And I started watching it, and it was like, all these girls like, oh, if your man has this Cooking with Kaya page. So that obviously draws interest. I'm like, who the fuck is Cooking with Kaya? If all these girls are mad about it. So I started looking, and there was so many girls that were like, oh, if your man follows, it's cheating. Your man's doing this. And it's like, we just had a conversation not too long ago about going to Chris Brown concert and meet and greets and shit. Like, that was all good. But a dude can't watch Cooking with Kaya? Like, a dude can't watch the thing on TikTok? I'm not, like, we're not touching her. We're not getting picked up by her. We're not being held by her. We're not paying $1,111 to see her. Like, we're not wasting our money on it. What's the problem? So I was like, yo, I was talking to you about that. I was like, yo, it's crazy how these shit is backwards. Like, if a dude enjoys watching Cook with Kaya, for instance, he's a dog and he's cheating, but you get lifted up by Chris Brown, cock the fucking vagina with no problem? How that work? How that work?
John, let me ask you, what you watching Cooking with Kaya for? You watching her cook steaks, or you watching her clap her ass while she's cooking it?
Well, no, so I actually don't watch Cooking with Kaya at all. Like, you can look through my TikTok followers that she's not on there. I don't follow her. But I don't watch it at all. But I can respect her hustle, what she's doing. But so many girls came out of the woodworks hating on, she don't do nothing special. She's just cooking and shaking her ass. Like, but a lot of y'all females, not saying you personally. I don't know your TikTok followers. but a lot of y'all females, y'all follow that white dude that cut wood shirtless. Y'all follow dudes who be cooking, smacking the meat and putting the salt on shirtless and shit, like making it all sexual and like.
This is news to me. I didn't even know all that's going on.
That's what y'all like. They have mad following pages of dudes cutting wood and fucking breaking this and fucking doing this, and it's like, this Cooking Kaya, she's not doing nothing wrong. She's cooking some meals, showing y'all how to cook, and she's twerking a little ass. Like, it's popping is what she's doing. But there's so much hate towards it. Like, there was like literally like I found out about her because my TikTok page was a bunch of females complaining about her. I was like, who is this Kaya girl that they talking about? And then I looked at the Cooking with Kaya thing, and I was like, she's cooking and she's shaking ass. But that's all she's doing. Like, that's all she's guilty of. Why is it so quick to, like, guys can't have no fun? Like, we can't follow that, but y'all can follow all the crazy shit? I don't get it.
So Tiff, as the only female here on the episode today,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What
I'm gonna try to put myself in that shoe, because I mean, I could care less. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just another chick who's got another like 15 minutes wave. You know what I'm saying? So
you can follow Cooking with Kaya? No problem.
I could care less. I mean, like I said, if my home is happy and we good, I could care less kind of like who he following or whatever. Like, it don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I mean, kudos to her. I hope she like continues on, but it's just the stigma of like social media, right? Women, why she just couldn't be cooking with Kaya and talking about experiences or whatever? Like, I mean, it's just always that women gotta go to be twerking or like half naked cooking to draw in the attention to get what they're really trying to show. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch her videos, but I've seen like little clips of like other famous people trying to get in touch with her now and do like collabs and stuff like that to you know what I'm saying? It's just another hot little chick, you know what I'm saying? She going on, she's making her way of cooking and in these little like cute little outfits or whatever. If that's how she wants to, like, you know, make it big or get her following and do her thing on, that's what she decided on. I'm not losing no sleep over it. I don't think my man's gonna risk, you know, his life sitting here messaging her, hey, can you cook for me and all that? Like, nah, it's not that serious. But I could see other females. It's just the thing of like how probably their man is on the toilet, like watching all her videos or probably commenting or liking, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. It's just another new chick coming up. Because there's other ones too. There's some big booty chicks who's kind of mirroring what she's doing and cooking and damn near got their ass out. You know what I'm saying?
What's their names? What's their names?
I don't know. I don't know, but a few of them.
For the sake of science, I just want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to, you know what I'm saying?
Look up cooking with somebody. There might be. I seen some big booty chicks. Like,
okay.
Yeah, for the research and development team.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'd like to be factual when we have these conversations and things.
I'm gonna keep it real. They out there. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep it out there because I came across. I was like, oh, look at that lobster, and then boom, it's just ass in the camera. I was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, I was looking for the cream sauce on the lobster, not her cream sauce. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
No, for me, I you know, it was crazy for me was I remember the first wave of flack that this girl caught, you know, And I didn't like, I think similar to John, I didn't know about her page until it was a pushback. And then I saw a few videos and so forth. But I remember the first wave of pushback was she's not even cooking. And it's like, so you're not even watching the video. You're just already feel threatened by a girl who's pretty, who has a nice body, shaking her body. Like you're just, it's the insecurity of some of these women that that kill me, because you're not even watching the video. You just see somebody, you just hear the premise of it, of cooking with Kaya, but you're not even watching the video to see if she really was cooking. You were saying people like some of them were saying she's not even cooking. It's like she does. She puts out a whole meal.
So they could learn, the chicks could actually learn something. I think the problem is with social media, they see their man's like in her, her man's they man's likes in the comment or in the comments and stuff. So they start, it's the whole social media thing. People get insecure about it.
But check, like she gets pushed back. I hear people push back against her. I hear nobody pushing back against the white girl who has like her boobs just all in the camera, and she's making a meal. Like it's like,
do you have a name? I need names for comparison.
Research and development.
Like what I'm saying. I'm just
we posted with she's been in the group chat, but it's the white girl with big boobs. She's cooking whatever, and
she's
it's like
topless.
No, she's not. She has. But she just has like
OnlyFans.
She has big. She
has big. I was like, what? Somebody got their breast out cooking breast.
Well, yeah, basically, but she's cooking like good ass looking meals, and the premise of is cooking until she gets a boyfriend, and it's like day whatever. So it's like day whatever, of me not having a man and her cooking a meal for a man, whatever. I forgot her damn name, but she's been in the group chats before, but like it's just another person. It's just another pretty girl who, and yes, I agree, Tiff. It is kind of it's sad that women feel that they need to show, like, either shake ass, show off their body to get attention on the internet for their 15, 30 seconds of fame, and you make a little bit of money. Like it's honestly, it's like stripping without having to strip, like, or like the OnlyFans popping off, where you have to, give people like, some kind of like enticement, which funny enough, when I heard you talking about dudes cutting wood with no shirt on, I'm like, damn, I'm in the wrong business. Like I gotta start getting my filming up there, because I got a whole shop downstairs. But anyway,
okay.
I digress. But it is sad.
Or you could build your Legos topless. I'm just saying, what I'm saying?
I like what you're going.
Okay.
But like I said, like it is sad that has to happen. But is that kind of just how society is just driven? Is it made women think that you need to show off your assets to get attention? Like, I mean, there's the, and I think it's just a niche. People just either have a niche of just showing body and thinking that's attention. There's the therapist girl, I can't remember her name either, but
we need names, people.
I'll add names later.
Research and development.
Yes. But like, there's a therapist girl, like she's fully clothed. She just looks pretty. That's all. But she talks a lot. But she talks about women. She talks about women, and she talks about how women aren't doing X, Y, Z. It's not like Kevin Samuels-ish, but she basically goes into what women need to do, or the insecurities of women and so forth, and like kind of like uplifting yourself a little bit more. So you either have people shaking ass or people just talking about certain things, and that's kind of what gets people to just go to your content, or like the people from tonight's conversation, who just have an overall therapy conversation with a whole massive room of people. Everybody has their thing, and it gets viral, for a certain thing.
Right.
It is sad that you needed to show ass. You can just be a good ass cook and just be that, but it is what it is.
And that's, so to piggyback on that, it's either, do you want the quick fame, or do you want to work hard and eventually just keep working at it until you get that wave? Because there's some people who like on cook. There's a couple girls like She's connected with I forget her name. It's like Joy or something. She does with Eat Wiz, and they've collabed on things. And I buy their cookbooks, and they fully clothed. Like she's actually pregnant right now. You know what I'm saying? She just announced she was pregnant. So there's a couple of people that I follow, and there's like a vegan chick. Ain't nothing about her naked, and you know she got a small following, maybe like 130K or whatever. And it's like I follow her because the recipe she has is like that's what got me hooked. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it just depends on the person. It's like, do you want to work hard and just like keep consistent with your videos, posting your meals and stuff like that? Or do you want that quick like fame and you want to get there faster? And it's like, okay, I could cook too, but I also could like, you know what I'm saying? Let me show the front of my camel. You know what I'm saying? Like let me show the crack of my ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me just cook in an apron with a bikini on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but the part that started where I started talking to Paul was that the girl who was recording the video hating on Cooking with Kaya, the followers that she had were calling her out because she was following about 4 or 5 men that cook shirtless and do that whole thing, and that's their whole gimmick, and she loves it, commenting and everything. But it was not okay. She was bringing another female down for doing the same thing that she enjoys a man doing, and it was okay for the man to do it, but it wasn't okay for the female to do it.
I mean, it's always gonna be right or wrong. Like women are always gonna find a way to justify why they could sit here and be licking the screen for a man half naked cutting wood versus they man sitting on the toilet watching a chick butt naked clapping while seasoning steaks. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always gonna be the battle.
That's my thing. It's like you get like as a man we'll get in trouble for liking a girl with her tits out, but then our girls want to post their pictures of themselves with their tits out. So it's like, am I in trouble for doing the same thing you're doing from other attention? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like you don't want me to
like
do
I
this.
said, but that's where you narrow it down to like who you really gonna be messing with. Like, do you want somebody who's gonna be on your head because you just being a dude, or you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna be cautious with whoever you starting to date with and like not be all up in somebody just have nigga booty chicks online likes? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's a respect thing and a partner thing. That's why I said and it's the maturity level of whoever you're dealing with. Because if you're dealing with somebody who's so obsessed with social media and spends all day long looking through your followers, looking through your likes and stuff like that, like instead of like actually trying to build with you and like figure things out and communicate and it's always on your neck, that's probably not the type of chick that you want to deal with anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I think is wrong with the society. And I think us as a generation we're in, yeah, we like to be on social media from time to time when we bored or just whatever. But we're not, I mean, for myself and a few people that I know, we're not on 100%. You know what I'm saying? It's more or less these younger people and you know what I'm saying? Like they're so addicted to it because they were like born into this. Like we came from an era where we didn't have social media.
But yeah, I feel like basically another level of hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying? Like John said, you know, if you can not like one thing, but you kind of let this slide over here, or you don't mind getting lifted up by Chris Brown in the air while he got a handful of ass cheeks, but you mad that this person is in my phone doing something that I'm not even talking to. Yeah, definitely hypocrisy. And also, I mean, we had that conversation before about, you know, what was it? Hobbies that men have that women don't. They just don't like when we have fun without them. Like that's what it comes down to. A lot, it's not all, but some, a lot, a few here and there, but a lot, but don't like when we whatever our thing is. Now I get it. Some people get caught up in the excessiveness of, oh, you do this too much. I get that. Yeah. But if I'm just doing, just let me get a minute. Let me get some time. Let me just get some me time. Let me just have some fun over here. Let me just enjoy something that doesn't involve you.
Well, yeah. Well, I remember. What was it? Like same thing. I'm gonna fuck her name up, Talia, or whatever, with the water song, or whatever. I remember there was a TikTok trend of women just catching their man's face when that song played to see if they would pay attention. And it's like, so like Chris Brown could be shirtless dancing on you, and that's okay. But if this girl's dancing throwing water from the crack of her ass, and we see that, that's a problem. Because that was a trend for a while too. Women catching their men reaction to the Talia sound to see if they would go up. It's like, we're not over here catching you playing songs from 11:11. Like we're not stressing you out. Like I don't understand, but I agree with you said earlier. Like a lot of women, not all, but a lot of women, they don't like us to have fun. Like they don't enjoy it. If it doesn't do with them, they don't want us to have fun.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Moving on. Like TikTok is back. You know, so there's people enjoying that. You know what I'm saying? It's all well and good. You know, John, you said you saw her on the TikTok things. Jared, you said you found some other people and you sent it to the group chat. So speaking of group chats, I just want to let everybody know that I'm starting a Discord channel for Words Music Dance. We already have one for Homie Picks, where we talk sports. Where we're going to do a Discord for Words Music Dance, where we're going to talk everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's starting right now. The link will be in the description below this. I'm going to send out the invites to obviously to the people that's in the show here right now. All is welcome, but be respectful. Don't get kicked out.
Oh, nah, I want in.
For sure. We're gonna respect everyone's opinion, but we're gonna have, you know, keep the conversation going. Like I always say, the conversation continues. So, you know, we're gonna bring up topics and stuff in there to discuss, record them, have our conversations. Whoever's not on it can still watch it, talk to us about it on there. So the conversation definitely gonna continue there, and we're gonna have some fun with that. But gotta get right for this one, because you know this episode has been about hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, one of the biggest hypocrites so far that we've witnessed was somebody that who proves time and time again that he's not like us. Some people seen it from before. Some people had to witness it in real time, but they kept giving him passes. He kept getting a pass. But I believe a lot of people's eyes have been opened to one Mr. Aubrey Graham, who loses his rap name now. He loses the moniker of Drake. But Aubrey Graham, like I said, proven to us time and time again that he's not of the culture or does not understand how things work within the culture. You know, he gets a pass. We've had him. He was proven that he was, you know, having people write songs for him, and in hip hop that's a no. But people said no, he's, you know, it's cool. He doesn't do all the songs. All right, cool. We found out that, you know, one of T.I.'s mans pissed on him at the movie premiere, and he didn't swing on dude. And a lot of dudes was like, nah, you're not gonna just listen to it. But people was like, nah, it's cool because, you know,
violation.
You know what I'm saying? He slept with Lil Wayne's girl. Yeah, baby. He slept with Lil Wayne's girl. People was like, nah, it's cool because Wayne was in jail. He tatted Aaliyah, LeBron, Wayne, a bunch of people on himself. Again, people like myself say, ain't that kind of weird? People like, no. But then we got today where he engaged in a rap battle, which we all know was the biggest moment of last year. And, you know, pedophilia thing came out. People spoke about it. It was like, yeah, that's another weird thing he does. But he was like, no, it's just, she was 18. It's cool. It's, you know, it's just consent. Yeah, but Shorty was something. Yeah, but it's cool. That's legal. People kept giving it a pass. He lost the battle. Most people agreed. He lost the battle. We thought, cool time, high five, moving on. He has not let it die. And he now has a defamation lawsuit against UMG, the record label, of both himself and Kendrick Lamar. He's not suing Kendrick Lamar. He's suing the record label that they're both on for allowing Kendrick Lamar to defame his character on one song. He's only mad about one song specifically, which was the final song, Not Like Us, in which it calls him a pedophile. He said he lost money. He's lost a lot of opportunities. It ended his career. So I just want to state that we now officially know the male version of Karen is Aubrey. It's official. It's an Aubrey. It might have taken over. It might just be not even the male version. Just we might have to call it an Aubrey now. It's no longer being a Karen. It's just an Aubrey. But Jared, tell me what are your thoughts on the defamation suit? Have you read? I've seen some. It's like 80 something pages. I didn't go through the whole thing, but if you read some of it or seen some of the filings and things in there, Jared, talk to me. What's your thoughts on Aubrey?
To borrow a phrase that he used on stream at one point, embarrassing. That's exactly what this looks. It's embarrassing. Like, no, never in hip hop has a rapper filed a lawsuit That shit is just unheard of. Like, no artist has filed a lawsuit. Like, that's just wild. Like, you want to be a culture vulture. You just proved Kendrick's point so damn many times over and over again, and even in this lawsuit, it's ridiculous. To even, which is even wild, how do you tell Kai Cenat to keep streaming?
Oh, Drake just text me! Hold on, wait! Drizzy just text me. I got a report. I got a report. Drake has just text me. Drake has just text me. Stay on stream. I repeat, Drake has officially said, stay on stream.
And then name that same stream in part of your lawsuit.
Twitch streamer Kai Cenat posted a 20-minute video of his reaction to the recording on his YouTube channel, which has 11.6 million subscribers. The video's thumbnail depicts the image. As of the date of this filing, the video has over 9 million views. You're getting sued. Wait, why am I in this shit? Wait, hold on, I gotta be, what the fuck? I'm getting sued? Nigga, this night I was told to stay on stream.
So, make that make sense, dog. Like, how do you, and these are tactics that he's done, where he's made a song and then had people hype it up or have people react to it. And so because you're on the losing end, you're getting your ass kicked, like it's a problem now. Never was a problem before. Yeah, like you pulling the Aubrey. Like that's that you can say you pulling the Aubrey, you pulling the Drake. It is what it is. Like both are synonymous of being a fraud or being a clown. And it's funny because I still don't think this lawsuit's gonna go anywhere. And if it does go somewhere, that's damaging for the whole music industry, period. Because now that's going to mean the whole industry, or it means the label is now responsible for what artists are saying. And I don't think it's going to get that far. I don't think the lawsuit is going to get that far. You know, gone are the days when it was no Vaseline and all these other diss records, you know. Now are the days where you start filing paperwork on people. Yeah, I did read through some of it. It's the whole defamation thing is just ridiculous. Like, if anything, you can counter the whole thing, or even do it. Counter, but how you can just start pulling up evidence. And with Millie Bobby Brown. What's the white girl who had the show where she's like in the bed?
Bobby.
Bobby Altoff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can keep going. Like
not even to that. I mean, if you're saying Kendrick, the counterclaim was simply UMG did the same thing for you.
Yes.
That's the counterclaim right there in itself. We don't even need to go into the pedophilia side of it because, again, proving or whatever. So, you know, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but you know, as the plaintiff, Drake has to prove that these things happened. And like you said, with Kai Cenat, he literally texted him to stay on stream because Family Matters was dropping. And little did he know, 30 minutes after that, Meet the Grams was dropping. So that kind of, and again, I tell people this all the time, that was the kill shot, not like us. Meet the Grams was the one that did it. Because it said he says the same things. He tells me, you know, you got a little, you know, freaky problem. But he talks to his mom, he talks to his dad, and he opens the song talking to his son. Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. That's the opening line of the song. If I'm not suing for that, okay, you talking to my son? You talking to my mama?
You don't give a a fuck about his kid, man.
Right. Care about none of that.
that.
This song is streaming too much. And that's what he's worried about. So yeah, to your point, Jared, you know, if this case does become a thing, now we're in a situation where you have record labels policing the lyrics of the music that's being released. Again, the problem with that is, where did you guys hear the song first? It was on YouTube first. 616 in LA is only on Kendrick's Instagram page. So we don't need the record labels anyway to prove the point that you're not like us, Aubrey. It's not about the numbers. It's about the impact of the moment, and the people decided. We don't need to see the, well, who streamed more? Okay, that's the winner. No. He beat you. Period.
All of this to stop one man to having a whole world of people watching the Super Bowl. To stop saying
A
that one song.
If you have a whole stadium, it would be the biggest, like, he would be so tormented that the whole stadium was just to sing along to any of the funny lines in that song. But real quick, one of the statements or bullet points in the suit is, as a direct and proximate result of defendant's conduct, Drake has suffered significant general, actual, consequential, and special damages, including, without limitation, impairment of reputation and standing in the community and in his profession, personal humiliation, mental anguish and suffering, emotional distress, stress, anxiety.
Let's stop it right there. Let me tell you something. Mr. Graham is a major corn. That's a huge corn muffin he is, all right? Let me tell you something. He only doing this because he had a battle up against a lyricist. I mean, Pusha T tried, but I just didn't think he had the right volume and the right songs to go back and forth with him.
It was the star power.
Kendrick.
The star power was different.
Kendrick was the right one. He's the right lyricist to go up against him. But the thing that I don't like with this Mr. Corn Muffin is that when Meek and him was going back and forth, and he was being his petty self, you know, Aubrey was being his petty self, he forgets that what was that one song that he did against him, where he was blasting it, where he was right under Nicki Minaj and Meek in the hotel room, and he was blasting it up
back
under them and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you doing all this, and people forget Drake is not gangster. This man, do you forget how he looked pre-surgeries and everything when he first came out, and Lil Wayne brought him out? You know what I'm saying? He looked like this major nerd. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, like, once he signed with Wayne and them, and he got his nose fixed, a little, you know what I'm saying, got it all, and Wayne had him, he was smelling himself. He was really feeling himself. You know what I'm saying? And people forget because he just had good, consistent music that, you know what I'm saying? And now, you know, but at the end of the day, he's half black, but he's not for the culture, because anytime there's been things, and, you know, when it's come down to the culture of, like, real major issues, have you ever seen Drake stand up and take a stand for anything? No, but he's gonna ride the wave to make his music irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? But now, because he went up against a real rapper, you know what I'm saying, and he lost in this, he's pulling a white card. He's pulling a white card.
Speaking of which, another line from from the lawsuit, furthering the recording's refrain that Drake is not like us. The recording alludes to Drake's Jewish heritage, saying that Drake is not a colleague, but a fucking colonizer. So I mean, he is. He's saying now that song is anti-Semitic. Because if anybody forgot, he's Jewish. And in the Jewish community, you are what your mother is.
Right.
He is raised by his mom, single mom, in the Jewish community, went to Jewish school, had a bar mitzvah, all that good stuff.
He didn't have a hard life. He literally was acting and came up, you know what I'm saying? And like so all this that he raps about, these struggles, he's not this hardcore gangster. It's just he kind of came into this image. You know what I'm saying? Like all
He
this
hung out.
and
He
the
had some
third.
friends.
Right.
I bet his first black friends were, Wayne and Young Money, Cash Money, Jay Prince and his people.
Right.
Some black cousins on his father's side when he went to visit them during the summertime. You know what I'm saying?
He met some nice black people on Degrassi. I'm sure he met some nice
Oh
black people.
yeah. Oh yeah.
the grip, the boom, the mic operator, the camera app, like, because
Right.
wasn't there no black people in that show, so I
Right.
don't know. But he grew up
Yeah.
I think Forest Hill, Toronto, and you can look that up. Very affluent neighborhood. We spoke about SNL earlier.
And then his
Lorne
dad didn't come
Michaels
back
actually
into the
grew up
picture,
there.
right?
So
His dad didn't come back into the picture until he was famous, right?
his dad is basically my best friend's black. See, like, I know
Yeah.
black people. My daddy, look.
Right, right. But that's what I'm saying. Like his dad really didn't come back into the
Yeah,
picture until he was already like put on and got, had
yeah.
a couple hits down the line.
Like I said, it's like he's visited him summertime. Mom probably sent him to the summer because he did talk about spending summers in Memphis or whatever. So he would visit his dad here and there. You know what I'm saying, when school was out and stuff like that. But it wasn't enough to really. That wasn't the influence that made him. It was when he got older. And listen, he's a great actor. I never really watched too many episodes of Degrassi, but
I never seen this show.
he's been doing a great performance for the last 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Kendrick said and scene.
Pretty much.
Because
wrap that shit up, B.
The show's over, dog. Okay, you've been putting on a great. You pretended to be a rapper and a singer, and you did a great job. But the show's over. Now again, all he had to do was just let it fade away. When Nas beat Jay-Z, we got Blueprint 2. Great album, great song, wrapping up, but moving on. You know what I'm saying? When I mean, obviously Ja Rule couldn't really. Well, he did clap back, but Murder Inc. was going through some legal
he had
situation.
to have Fat Joe and everybody up on there. I mean, it wasn't that great.
But it was just move on.
Off topic, real quick. I always think it's so funny with that whole situation how 50 pretty much like murdered Ja Rule out of the scene and then took his whole image of doing that like Candy style type, like.
But that was the thing. It wasn't even the music or the songs that did it. It was Murder Inc. being under investigation with their connection to Supreme and all that stuff, which 50 probably snitched on and gave them some information, which would explain why 50 and Drake been so buddy recently. But we're not gonna go there. But it wasn't because of the songs that did it. Like Wankster. In hindsight, who's still playing Wankster 1?
I am.
Song, yeah, I'm not. It was an annoying song when I first heard it. Never been.
I still run back the old mixtape. I ain't gonna lie. I still run back the old mixtape.
Hold on. Even though it's off top what we're talking about at the moment, I want to go all the way left. But at that time frame, at least for when I was in high school, when 50 came out, it had nothing to do with them getting a murder investigation. You were embarrassed to listen to Ja Rule. You didn't want to make you listen to Ja Rule when 50 started murdering him. You were like, nah, like. I don't listen to Ja. What are you talking about?
But my point is, Ja couldn't release anything to even rebuttal. His hands were tied.
I don't think it was.
Could have Ja really released anything though?
He could have. He really could have. But Ja was already on that wave of like the Ashanti and like type of style music, and 50 used to make fun of him for that. And that's when like people. When he stopped coming out with the music, then 50 started doing that style. That's what I thought was funny.
But no, he did it on the first album. 21 Questions is on his first album. He didn't wait. He did it right away.
Ja Rule kept doing like he was pulling for the ladies. Like,
but he did it right away. Like 50 didn't wait. But again, once Ja couldn't make any more music, the lane was open.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think that Ja would have done anything anyway to 50 and his entourage at that time.
You'll never
they were
know.
too big.
He did clap back. New York. He had some, he had after the fact, but by then it was too late. You know what I'm saying? That came out with New York with him.
Ja let too much of 50's buzz take over for him. Like
he didn't let it. He couldn't release anything. Murder Inc. was like the studio was shut down. They couldn't record nothing, release nothing. They were under federal investigation. They couldn't do nothing. He couldn't do nothing.
Well, damn.
That's what I'm saying. If you take the man's ability away, is no rebuttal. I can't do nothing. There was no social media back then. He couldn't post a meme or something. He couldn't even, he couldn't do nothing. He couldn't release any music. But we get a little sidetracked.
Yeah. I have a question.
Thank you, Tiff. Get her sidetracked.
I know, but I have a question. Back to Mr. Graham's tattoos of peoples all over his body. Don't he got a tattoo of LeBron on his body?
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say that next. Like,
yes, he does.
And
then he released. So again, his ability to release stuff now because of this litigation as well. He's not releasing stuff officially. He had the producer conductor on his YouTube page release a freestyle where Aubrey is in his emotional bag again.
The world fell in love with the gimmicks. Even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute. Just know the shit is personal to us and it wasn't just business. Analyzing behavioral patterns is somewhat suspicious. Niggas was never happy for me when I run up the digits. Or when I'm breaking world records still as I guzzle a Guinness. Or when I get my fifth made back cause the color is different. Remember we traded watches. I gave you the Arabic dial. You gave me a numbered edition. You would even check up on my son like a pediatrician.
And is alluding to basically LeBron maybe doing having some infidelity going on. Then he's DMing this other dude talking about LeBron might have some infidelity going on. Academics was on his stream talking about he knows for a fact that LeBron is doing some, cheating on his wife or was cheating on his wife, whatever. So now this is coming out.
Anybody who knows, who lived in Miami, knows that LeBron loves white women.
The fact that like these guys, if you know anything about like some of the underlings of like some of the industry parties, and I don't even go out and I know some of this stuff, these guys basically go to Miami, set up shop, have 59 private parties where they invite 400 girls and it's like 50 of them and their guys, and they fuck all the girls. You get what I mean? It's almost like the OVO FBG freak off, right? You know what I'm saying?
He was posting up and putting women in condos and stuff like that. Like he had a whole thing. What was it? Yes, Jules or whatever her name is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has a whole thing, and she about to be on a show now with those was it Wags or something? It's supposedly like the side chicks. Yeah, it's a stupid ass reality show. Just give more hoes shit to talk about and be seen. But basically, people from Miami know LeBron loves some white women. Yeah, to have that image of like the Kobe image of like, oh my God, like he's the household name and he's an all-time star. But secretly, he was down there partying with Diddy and Drake, you know what I'm saying? And they be on that bullshit. But, you know what I'm saying? Anybody in Miami knows that Drake loves him some white women, even though he's married to his high school sweetheart. And that's why if you see that one picture, his wife is looking at Drake like she can't stand him. You know what I'm saying? But for the image, they're not going to divorce. And that's why LeBron has been very quiet and kind of secretly unfollowed and kind of just try to step back to kind of, preserve his image.
It kind of explains why he wasn't in the Miami Heat for too long either. Like,
he had to leave because he was having too much fun down there. Get up out of here. Yeah.
John, you've been kind of quiet. What's on your mind?
Well, with the Drake shit, you got me on a million episodes of Word Music Dance, and back in the fucking warehouse in Best Buy saying the same shit 10, 15 years ago that they told about now. Like, I've been saying it. He's not about that life. It's not his style. He needs ghostwriters behind him. He's a quick image they put up there. Like, he was a plant that worked really well. They put him in, they pushed him in, and they gave him all these beats and all this music, and it worked really well, and people were happy by it. But there was nothing there for it. He wasn't for the culture. He overall wasn't a great performer rapper. Like, he does his thing here and there, but that's what makes you question who writes for him. Like, I'm not surprised by his image, and I'm not surprised that now that he got slapped up, he's like, mommy, help. Like, I'm not surprised. I'm super not surprised he's pulling the Jewish card now. He was black for 14 years. Now he's Jewish. Like, I'm not surprised by that either. Especially when you put anti-Semite anything,
he will be Jewish.
you put anti-Semitism on anything, all of a sudden it's a huge deal. Because now you're talking about hatred, hate crime, and like it's a bullshit call. But I'm not surprised. I've been talking this shit for a long time about Drake. You had me on mad different episodes talking about it. About him having no classics.
The Jews run the music industry, so that's why he's pulling that card. They need to save their investment, so they're gonna run with that.
Look, his lawyers might be Jewish, but so is UMG. So
okay, Jew on Jew power.
and I think that's the biggest thing about it. I think that's part of the reason he's been so successful. You know what I'm saying? Because he is what he is. And there was an interview that Peter Rosenberg did from Hot 97.
Jew? No, I'm just kidding.
But he interviewed him, I think, after like a show or backstage or whatever.
No, so let's talk about you being Jewish real quick.
Let's do that.
Because a lot of people think that like Asher's Jewish.
Right.
He's not. His dad's Jewish. He doesn't really identify. All loves to Jews, but he's not Jewish.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand,
but he wasn't there. He didn't read his portion. First of all,
you didn't have a bar mitzvah.
Come on, are you serious?
You had a. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Just tell. You don't understand how big you're about to be in the Jew world.
You don't understand how big.
Yo,
First of all, I live in an all Jewish area. So
where is that?
Forest Hill.
Okay.
I went to a predominantly Jewish school growing up. I definitely had a bar mitzvah in an Italian restaurant, mind you.
My lord.
Yeah.
A nice Italian restaurant?
A very nice Italian restaurant. The song of the night was Backstreet Boys' I Want It That Way.
You are younger than me. I forget about that.
Yeah. And yeah, man, I was in there. I was in synagogue. I had my yarmulke on.
Hebrew school, the whole nine. You did no Hebrew school?
I cheated. I didn't really.
So you just did that? No. Your parents are nice.
Yeah.
So they let you do the bar mitzvah without having to do the fucking Hebrew school. Mm-hmm. So your mom's Jewish.
My mother is Jewish, and you know we have great Jewish dinners like Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur.
First text message you ever sent me. Good Shabbos.
Yep, good Shabbos.
He kept it real.
Yeah.
Have you gotten approached yet by like the Jewish media yet?
No, I haven't gotten approached by the Jewish media, but somebody today, who I won't mention, was like, you know how big you're gonna be? And I was like,
wait, was that me 5 minutes ago? I remember saying that.
Somebody's like, you know how big you're gonna be? And he's like, this has never happened before. It's like every Jew is going to just like really embrace.
Well, here's the thing. There are Jews like my dad who like cling to like the biggest reaches. Yeah. Like, you know who's Jewish? Matt Damon. I'm like, no, he's not, Dad. He's definitely not Jewish. And like people reach, and the fact that you actually identify, that's gonna be big.
Yeah, it's gonna.
For him to get certain deals that no other artist has ever gotten, for him to even be, aware of new artists. We've seen him ride waves and jump on new music of a lot of people, from the Migos to he stole songs from people that wouldn't give him music. Like he would just jump on songs, and it's like, dude, you have a connection. Someone's putting you on.
He did all that to stay irrelevant. He wanna ride the wave to stay current and irrelevant. He wanna stay on top. I mean, as an artist, I respect his hustle. I just don't like how he moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think again he finally bumped heads with somebody who was in his weight class, and he didn't realize it. I think he underestimated Kendrick. A lot of people did, and didn't expect it to go this route. He thought it was going to be another Pusha T situation where we know Pusha T is more lyrical, you know what I'm saying, but he's the quote unquote drug dealer rapper. He's in one box.
Yeah, the celebrity status would have killed him. Yeah.
Yeah. Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying? He's the club banger rapper. He's just that. You know what I'm saying? It was just Common, him and Common had a little back and forth, but it was just Common's not gonna take this anywhere. So it was like every time he's engaged with somebody, he's been the bigger person, and social media, the court of public opinion, just but he rich, he got more money than him anyway. And it's like, but listen to the song. You listen to the song. Like, so this was the one time where it was like money for money, hit for hit, Grammy for Grammy, like accolade trophies, like somebody that's up there with you. May not have as many, but he's up there with you, and he's been around, been as relevant, and exposed you. Like he really put it all out there and exposed you. So again, the lawsuit.
I mean, I think it was a win for hip hop, but it's definitely now turned into like something messy and just, you know what I'm saying? Like take that L and just keep it moving. Stay in your lane. You make a lot of melody, hip hop, R&B music. You know what I'm saying, for the fields. Stay in that lane. You know what I'm saying? You ain't a gangster rapper. You ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not about that life. Like, chill out. You know what I'm saying?
That's my thing. Like, so when you talk about legacy, like, I think Drake put the nail in his own coffin with this whole lawsuit shit, because you've lost, you lost so much on there. But legacy overall, like I've said it before, I'll say it again. Like you said, he got no classic albums. I personally, my life would not be any different musically if I have not one Drake song in my thing. So I'm not stressing it.
Yeah,
but,
respectfully, I could agree with you. I'm not a Drake fan. Like I don't have Drake on my playlist. Like the only time I listen is I'm in the car with people. Like,
and it's funny because on Family Matters, he said a cease and desist is for hoes. So I wonder what this lawsuit makes him like. If and it kind of again, Rick Ross said that he sent the cease and desist for the French Montana song, and that's why Rick Ross got at him. It was rumored that he sent the cease and desist for Like That, which was Future and Kendrick's song that kind of kicked all of this stuff off. So a lot of that is like, listen, if you would, he denied all of that, but it's like, dude, you would do this. Why wouldn't you do that?
Did Drake take it too far? He's suing the man.
Nah, I mean that sounds like a Drake move to me.
You know what I mean? It just seems about right. Like it sounds like what you would do. And again, you finally exposed yourself. We see you for the guy that you are. You've been on a couple streamers, streams and pretending to be unbothered and all that stuff. But behind the scenes, you've been on the phone with your lawyers. Like, stop it. And to the point too, it was like, all of the streamers that you did name in the lawsuit were black streamers. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest YouTubers, whatever that was, that grew a big following in the midst of all this was a guy named What's the Dirt. And he was somebody that was like breaking down song for song, lyrics and things, and was all kind of wrong about it. And shout out to Tony Gene, but Gene sent me one to hit the first videos, and I was like, yeah, that's not even right. You know what I'm saying? But because Kendrick is so complex, people, see, that's a quadruple on top. Nah, it was really straightforward. But the dude, What's the Dirt, got a big following because he cracked the code and was breaking stuff down. And it was like, his biggest video was for 616 in LA. And why are you not naming him in the lawsuit? Because he's a white dude from Canada? Oh, so you're only going after Kai Cenat, RDC, Screwface John, and those guys, all black YouTubers and stuff, and you're saying that UMG gave them discounts or didn't copyright claim their stuff, but Screwface John literally posted they didn't copyright claim when I did your review either. So,
and I hope the hip hop culture and like the community and even the fans, like true hip hop heads, really pay attention to this and who put him and like Beyonce and Jay-Z on this pedestal of like gods. You know what I'm saying? I hope they truly like really realize like how Drake is. You know what I'm saying? And how he's really not for the people and stuff like that. Like, he's a businessman like Jay-Z. Because I could really, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Jay-Z really cared too much about the community either anymore. You know what I'm saying? Especially since I can't wait for the cracking to come down on him. But, that's a whole nother episode possibly. So.
The culture always wins in these battles. That's why Nas beat Jay. That's why, the culture's going to always win.
Yeah, I agree. The culture always wins, but nobody's going to, for as long as they've been pulling this man's coattails and capping for him and riding for him, the Kanye shit, Common, that Common shit was about over a girl. That was kind of weak, but still, all these battles he's had, all these contests, like people lyrically putting him down and so forth. People have always rolled for him. Even in this, people still ride for Drake. They still will do things for Drake. They had the a thing. He was on a Young Money thing. He's still gonna have his supporters. But like I said, even in the midst of all of that, I think real hip hop fans know what it is. It's just that, like anything else, there's a loud minority, there's a loud minority, and his fans will be the loud minority. They're just louder, so they're always gonna get put over like that. Just like how the people who have wholesome content on YouTube or IG, TikTok is going to have something, but nobody's going to see that. They're going to see the more revealing things, stuff like that. So they're going to get their shine because they're just louder and more boisterous. And with Drake, he just has his money, like Aiden Ross and stuff like that. Like people are going to put him over and stuff like that, and no, he ain't shit, and still going to ride for him. So it is what it's going to be.
The word of the day is hypocrisy. Stop being a hypocrite. Stand on whatever you say you are. Okay, Snoop.
Stop being a corn muffin.
Snoop had a lot to say about some people. 8 years ago. Now you look like a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Women, stop hating on men that just want to
Chrisette Michelle, we're gonna bring you back to life, girl.
Stop hating on men that just want to do their own thing and have some alone time, some peace. Drake. Be true to yourself, dog. It's okay. you that dude that just, it's cool. Just be that. It's all right. You ain't
Stay in
got to
your
be
lane and just
gangster. You ain't
keep
got to
singing.
prove us nothing.
Question: Is Snoop a hypocrite or is he a hypocrite?
Ah.
Okay.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. but let us know what you think. Like I said, you can comment below, but also, like I said, there'll be a link there for the Discord. And we're gonna continue this conversation and more because obviously we got the Super Bowl coming up. We're gonna see that halftime show. The Grammys coming up. We're gonna see if Night Like Us wins the award. Wins a Song of the Year award. That'd be crazy.
Right.
And then Kendrick's on tour. Drake is going on tour as well. So I don't know how that's going to pan out with this lawsuit going on, but we'll see how that goes. We wait and see if Snoop ever says something about him being a hypocrite and going back on his word. But like I said, the conversation continues. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys, Tiff, John,
Always.
Jared. It's always a pleasure. Like I said, we're gonna give. I'm promising more episodes this year. I'm gonna try to get back to my consistency. Life be lifing, so it's, got to take care of some things. But I'm trying to get back to doing this more often, more frequently, more shows. More. I will not say more life because Drake made that sound weird now. So just more. Just gonna give you more of everything. All right. The conversation continues. Hi, Mom. Later, y'all.